Hello there, welcome to Penpositive. One of the most difficult, one of the biggest challenges that many of us face is the inability to focus. 20 years back, when I look at it, many of the gadgets that I use now, computers, cell phones, none of these things were there. So, when I'm about to do something, I could get that focus period for a long period of time, say 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, I could get that focus time. And slowly, as gadgets got introduced to our life and as we got dependent with it, that focus time reduced, that attention span reduced. And now it has become very difficult for us to focus on something. Imagine you've got a phone next to you and then you're reading a book. Then the phone chimes, there's some notification from one of those 100 applications that you have on the phone, one of it chimes. You look at it, you smile, then you start looking at it. You've forgotten the book, you've forgotten what you were doing, and you're on this. That's a problem. And that's a problem a lot of people face. And that impacts life, that impacts work. But then, can you completely avoid the phone, avoid the laptop, avoid messages? Can you really live like that? I think it's going to be tougher and tougher as we move forward because we are getting more and more dependent with the gadgets that we have. Even if you keep the phone away, you've got a smart watch that tells you. Can you remove the smart watch? You can keep the watch all the time and that gives you the message. So I think for every individual, they need to find a pattern that works for them, that helps them. One of the techniques that very interestingly, it is the Pomodoro technique. I actually came across that after I started following the Agile principles and starting to do that as part of work. Because in Agile, we kind of time box everything like a weekly sprint or a 2-week sprint. We kind of time box everything. We decide this is what we want to do within this time box and we get it delivered, or we find out why we didn't deliver something. Now, Pomodoro technique, I think it came out sometime in the late 1980s or something. And Pomodoro is the Italian word for tomato. And it's like the tomato kitchen timer. And that's how that whole thing comes. So there, what you say is that you take 25-minute chunks, not 1 hour, not 2 hours, not too long, 25-minute chunks. And you should be able to, out of your day, carve and take out this 25-minute slot. And at that time, just focus on what you want to do. It can be reading a book. It can be working on a document, working on a spreadsheet. It can be studying something. It can be playing with your kids. It can be having a good conversation with someone. It can be attending a meeting. It can be being with a friend, a loved one. It can be anything. But at that time, you don't have your phone near you. You don't even break that time and go and pee. Everything is there. You're in the moment for 25 minutes. And try it. It works. And then, because for me what I found is that I can't take the cell phone away from my life, because I have my personal life and professional life, a lot of things over there, and I don't really do a complete demarcation. Though I don't think much about work after working hours, I still look at messages, I still look at what's happening. So those things, whatever is happening on the phone, I'm abreast and I'm in touch with what is happening, because you're always needed many times, be it at work or life. There are people who might want to reach you for something and you want to be made available. And one of the most important things about this technology is that it makes you available at every time. But you need to be sure, you need to be cognizant of other people's time also. But at the same time, I personally feel that having all these gadgets, I need to be available for the world. I need to be available for the people in my life. I need to be available for people at my work. But they're all cognizant about my time. So apparently I don't get any calls after 5 o'clock. But if there is a call, I know it's damn important. So I have to attend it. I'm available. Now there is this whole concept of digital minimalism, where you take a 30 days and completely not use any of these gadgets, you're totally going back away from all these gadgets, all these time consuming things. I have tried it, it has not worked for me. I'm not saying that it won't work for anyone, but at least for me, when I take the phone away from me, I feel a part of me, because actually we are all augmented human beings to an extent, because half of how we think and what we think is sitting in the phone. So if that's removed, you're not the full human being that you are. At least that's what I feel. I'm not saying that's the right way to think, but at least that's how I think. So finding this 25-minute slots in your life and in your work to do the important things that need real focus, I think you can deliver more things. Just try it out, the Pomodoro technique. And now you don't have to go running to find a timer that looks exactly like a tomato, because that's not the intention. You can have many ways of doing it, and after some time, when it becomes a habit, you will know when 25 minutes is over. Check it out. You take care. You have a great day ahead, and I'll come up with something from my 30-day challenge. Thank you.